Hello everyone. Hello.
Hey Mohammed,
Hey
how are you
Eric, how are
doing?
you? Good.
The problem is I have to sign off now because it's 6 in the afternoon due to the
Uh-huh.
time change that we had here
Yeah.
in Germany, and it's an hour too early, unfortunately.
Oh,
So we are in the midst of everything. So I'm very sorry.
no worries. We're gonna record because today I'm gonna do a walkthrough of the V8. We've made a lot of progress, so
Oh
please.
no, I cannot attend that. Yeah, I will
No
watch
worries.
the
We'll do.
recording right away.
Yes, and then we can do a one-on-one session to complement this recording for the community as well.
Love
Don't
it.
worry.
Thank you very much. Bo, you enjoy the time with Mohammed.
Yeah.
Thank you, and good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
Yes. So
All right,
Bo,
you guys
with
take
with
care.
thank you, Eric. Good luck with everything, Eric.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, we can't help physically. I see my lighting is not so good. I'm gonna go on it up. So there was a change of hours. I think, what time is it right now for you, Bo?
As always, it's still 1 a.m. here.
1 a.m.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So today we have something for you maybe that will be useful. Let's see. Let's see who is here. Uh, okay, I think Kim. Yeah, this looks like Kim, not a virtual assistant.
Yeah,
Wouter.
there's only three. There's only three humans on the call.
Yeah, it's always the authentic Kim. And I think Wouter, I think also is Wouter, not a
Yes, I am
VA.
here. I'm here. But I have the similar situation here in Amsterdam, obviously, to Germany, that I'm
Oh,
picking up my kid from the football or for the Americans, soccer.
yes,
Um,
soccer.
so, yeah, 6 o'clock is a little bit of, yeah, it is
A
what it
bit too
is.
early, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's dinner time and, yeah, all family activities going on, obviously.
Yeah, we will. I think we will look at this and maybe push by 1 hour for the summertime. But
Yeah,
no
winter
worries,
time.
no
In
worries,
winter,
Wouter.
in summer it's okay. Then it's 7 p.m. But in winter we go back 1 hour, so now it's 6 p.m.
Oh yeah,
But
sorry, it's winter for you. Yes.
yeah. So, but I'm just gonna, close the microphone and just listen in. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very excited to hear everything about V8.
Yes.
You know that.
Especially we've been in touch and we've made some even more progress.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yes. Cool, Wouter. So looking forward, and then we can do also a session separate. Today we will do a generic session on the V8 as an introduction, and then we will do much more in details for Directus and for using AIs, Claude, and all these things that will follow up in the next sessions. Okay, so I think let's cover this and use this as a walkthrough. So I was supposed to do a walkthrough already 2 weeks ago, but since last week, I think when we last spoke, guys, we had version 8.0.4, and now we have version 8.0.10. So we pushed 6 new versions in 7 days. Just to share with you guys the sprint that we're doing with Tarek and the team. And today, I think we have something that we can that is starting to be quite usable, and also kind of self-service in terms of customer support, so that you guys can do much more on your own without us having to be behind you or without you hiring maybe too many developers and so on. So that's what I want to present today with this new V8 update. Bo, can I ask you to take the role of Eric or Eli, because I think they're not here. If you see something in the
oh
chat,
yes, please. Alrighty.
thank you very much.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna start by sharing my screen. Okay, entire screen. Here, share.
Hi, Dr. Charity.
Yes, Dr. Charity, welcome. If you want to say a little hello, if not, please You can do also on the chat. I will look into the chat as well. I move my camera here. Okay, I think we're good for the chat. So let's first, we're going to use books to scrape as an example to show you how the V8 works. Let's go first to the V8 and do the basic configuration. I think I showed you a couple of weeks ago, but let me show you again. When you download the V8, the first thing you need to do is you need to go here in General Profile, into Preferences, and then you can toggle dark mode and bright mode depending on your preferences. I like dark mode. And then here in the AI Assistant, we have different providers. For now, just leave aside the local LLM. We still need to do some progress, but the others, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, these are the three main AIs, the four main AIs that you can use with RTILA for the AI Assistant. The one I'm using today is Google Gemini. So you just put your API key and then you put the model, you select the model that you want. I'm using the flashlight because it's cheaper and it's giving some quite good results, but sometimes for some complex websites, you may want to go for the more expensive models like the 2.5 Pro, and the same with ChatGPT. You may want to use ChatGPT 5 if the ChatGPT 4 is not giving you good results. But for today, I think this would be enough, and this is quite cost efficient. This is the minimum that you need to configure to start using the AI Assistant. Then let's go to the AI Assistant right here, and I will show you some very basics. Let's start a new conversation. And the first thing you need to do is you need to have a page. And let's start with a single page of a given book. And let's see how we can scrape this. So I copy this URL. I go to my chat here. I'm going to move my windows as well. And I'm going to ask the RTILA AI Assistant, help me scrape the data of this book on this URL. Then I give it the URL and I will tell it I want the book title, the price, the thumbnail image URL, and the UPC code. Yeah. So very basic. You tell it where to get the data from and what do you want in terms of fields, and then you hit enter or you hit this button here. So it's going to analyze this page. And it's going to get back to us with a first version of the project. So you can see here it built the JSON project. And this JSON file can be copied and even fed to other AI like on the ChatGPT window, but it tells you what it does. So this is also a good assistant for learning. So it tells you that the book title, Bo, you were saying that you were having a hard time with the CSS selectors, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so this finds for you the best selectors, and it tells you that for the book title, it's using the H1 tag. For the price, it finds this class peep.priceColor. For the thumbnail, it uses the SRC, the source of the image. And for the UPC code, it's using the TD tag followed by the text UPC. So it's doing some kind of complicated stuff to gather the data. It doesn't always get it straight away, but let's see what this can do. And now it's asking me, shall I run this project? So I say yes, run the project. Hit enter. And it's going to open, so this you get it in the first time that you open up, but it opened the book and it scraped the data and you get some, you see here, saved 1 items for the data set, but it realized some issues. So if I go up here, it's going to say something. It said the data extraction was partially successful. The book title and price were extracted correctly. However, the thumbnail image URL is missing and the UPC code was not found. So you see, it finds the errors by itself and then it will try to correct them. And sometimes it will ask you some questions, yeah? So here it says that the recommendation is that to adjust the UPC selector to be more precise, potentially by using XPath. So this is also when we have limitation with CSS selectors, we can use XPath. So probably here, if I look at the new file now, this is the book title using the H1, this is the price, and then it's using a regex on the price, and then the thumbnail image, it's getting the source, and then it's prefixing with this, and then the UPC code, it's still using a CSS, and I think if it fails, then it will maybe use an XPath. So let's run this project and see if it's better. Okay, it's grabbed the data, it's going to analyze the results. Okay, data extraction is now successful. The book title, price, thumbnail, image, and UPC, everything that we asked for, has been corrected and captured. So let's see if the AI did really the good job. So I go to scrape data and I go to this last project, and indeed you see here it got the title of the book, the price, the thumbnail of the image, and the UPC code. So this is how you guys can scrape without touching the source code. But then for learning, here, Bo, what I suggest is that every time you use the AI, pay attention to what the AI is doing and what it's saying, so that you can start to learn the different ways of scraping data. And then you can go to automation project. This is the project that the AI bot created, and you can see here the AI assistant. This was generated by the AI assistant. This was generated manually or imported manually by me. So you can have manual and AI generated projects. So I can go now in Open Project Manager. And if I click again here, like we have it in V7, you have all your projects. And here you can click and it will load the light in the attic. And now you can observe. You can see here that it created book details as a data set. It created the property called book title. And if I click refresh here, I can see that it's capturing the title of the book. Then the price, it's using this as a selector for me, and it's getting us the price here. And then what else? We have the thumbnail image. So it's using this selector and it's using the source as an attribute. I didn't have to think about this. It did it for me. And it got me the URL of the image. So here it's like cut a bit for preview. And then the UPC code, how it did it? It's using table.table stripped TD. So it didn't use an XPath, but apparently this does the job. And it's getting the UPC code. So that's what happened in the data extraction side. And then in the web automation side, there's only one command, which is extract. So we're extracting the data set, and also it's saving the data in a JSON file in my local folder. So usually the local folder will be in your Windows or Mac user, and then RTILA Studio, and then you will find output and you will find this file there. Okay, but it's also saving it as a result. And then there is a third tab here called post execution that we will cover later on. This is for adding some triggers at the end of the automation. For example, you can send all this data to an API like Directus or something else. Yeah, we have many post execution. We will cover that in another video. This is the very basic, and I go back here. And Bo, are you still connected?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. So let's say now when I look at the CSS selector that it used for the UPC code, you see, I'm going to reopen it just to make a point how you can improve a project. So if I look here, and the UPC code is using like table, and let's say I'm not happy with this CSS selector. I want the AI to find for me an XPath that can be stable. So I can go now, I go back to my chat. Either I can click from the chat button here, or I can go back to the AI assistant, to the last chat, and I will say, it's working well, but for the UPC code, I prefer that we use an XPath selector, as it will be more stable, since the UPC code always appears in the section right after, and let's look at the page where it appears, right after here, UPC here, right after UPC row. Yeah, so it always appears in the next column after the column that contains UPC in the target row. Let's say let's see if it understands my English. Hit it. Okay, it did some stuff. Let's look at the code here. You see here, UPC code. Now it's using an XPath, and the XPath is targeting the row, the cell that has UPC, and then it's saying the following sibling cell, which is very good because this means that we will always get whatever appears here in this cell that is after this cell that contains UPC. This is something that we cannot do with CSS selectors, and this is something that normally you would have had to be a programmer to kind of figure it out quickly. And now it's done by the AI agent. So I'm going to ask it, yes, yes, run it. Okay, it's run the project. It's going to analyze the results. And let's see if it still works. Okay, UPC code is now being extracted correctly using XPath selector. So I'm going to double check still, scrape data. I go back to my here, and then this was the last run. And indeed, we're still getting the UPC code. So this is level 1. Any questions so far? Bo, do you see any questions? Do you have any questions?
Actually none so far. I think we are good.
Good. So let's look now. Let's go next level. Let's try something else. Now let's say this is like the easy part. It's just one book. But let's go back to the home of books to scrape. And I want to go and scrape and go through all the 50 pages here. There's 50 pages. Yeah. And I want to get all the books. I want to get the title and the price. Let's just get the title and the price and maybe the thumbnail URL. So I'm going to create a new chat. And I go back here to RTILA, new conversation. And now I'm going to tell it, paginate through all the 50 pages and scrape all the books data of each page, and I want the book title, the price, and the book listing URL, because I want the URL so that I can go and scrape every single book. So I'm asking for 3 pieces of information, and here is the website, and I give it the website I want to scrape. Yeah, let's hit enter. Unknown reason. Oh, I think my URL, I can help you with that to confirm you want to scrape. Yes, correct. That's what I want. Yes, run the project. So again, it created the project. Okay, let's see. Again, this first alert. And you see here, it's paginating page 2, page 3, page 4, and it's getting the 20 books of every page. So let's give it a bit of time. It's going to go through all the 50 pages. And now I can see that it already created the loop, and creating a pagination loop is actually not that easy. So now we have the AI helping us to do that. And we will look together on how it did to create the pagination, and maybe we can improve the pagination or we can correct things. We'll see. Let's see if it can get us. So there's a total of 1,000 books, 20 per page, 50 pages. Now it's going into the 680, 700. All right, 70% done. 800.
So while we are waiting, is there? Yeah, I think we're almost done.
Yes, yeah, it did the job. So let's look, but please keep the question, then I can reply immediately after this. So let's look at what happened. And this is scrape all books with pagination. Let's see if the data is there. And we have the title, the price, and the URL of the book. And how many? We have 1,000. So the AI assistant on the first try, it was able to go through the 50 pages and scrape all the 1,000 books initial data. Let's call it initial data because this is like just few of the data. So let's go back to the assistant here, and I can go back down, and it said that, yeah, the scraping went well, I think, 1000 rows. It analyzed the logs. The script iterated through page 1 to page 49. Conclusion, the extracted data appears to be valid, and indeed it was valid. So this did again in like maybe 2-3 minutes of chatting. It got me this first data set. And before I move and show you some other things, go ahead, Bo. What was the question?
Yeah, when it comes to the consumption of the credits,
Yes.
which part of the automation would actually use the credits we purchased from, say, like we were using
From the
Google
AI
Gemini,
model?
right?
Yes, very good question. So the good thing about RTILA is that you only pay for a chat query like this. So you see here when it does like this, checkpoint saved via API, you pay for every checkpoint and every communication with the AI model. But once you set up the project, you can run it unlimited for free, because now you own the project. You know, it's like you hire a developer for 5 cents, for $5. It's like a developer that created the project for you. After this, look, now I can run this project myself. I don't need the AI anymore. You see, it's running it. So I have unlimited. I own the project basically.
I see.
So the cost would be
So
very
we
minimal.
got
Yeah,
it.
it would
So
be
we
just,
just need to make. Mhm.
yeah, you only pay for when you chat with the AI model. So of course, the more you chat with it and the more it makes mistakes and or corrections. But in my experience, to make like an easy medium project, it costs less than 5 cents of a dollar. Sometimes it's like even less than 1 cent. So it's quite
Wow,
cheap. Yeah.
I see.
So this is like much cheaper than hiring somebody and paying a full hour. You know, if you can do yourself 50%, 80% of the project, and then you can export this project here and send it to a developer, and then he can finalize it in case the AI doesn't go through. That's one possibility. But let me show you also how Bo you can learn, because we integrated the learning for the AI so that it can actually do documentation and do customer support for you. So, for example, here I can go back to the AI assistant, and if I go back at the end here, I can tell it explain to me how you created the pagination loop in a brief way. So I can use the AI so that I can understand how it did it, so that I can correct it or even do it myself. So it said, you see, I created the pagination loop using the while command. This command checks a condition, current page number is below 50. You see, because I told it there are 50 pages, so it created a loop that can go up to number 50 in terms of a counter. And then on every cycle, it uses the go to URL command. It extracts the dataset, and then it increments the count by 1. And then this process repeats until current page number exceeds 50. So it has explained to me now. I can go and look as well. I can go here and I open the project, and I can go and look at what this means, you know. So I can go here, I open it, and it said, so it leaves some comments for you here. See, add a comment, start scrapping all books with pagination. Okay, that's the comment. It sets a variable. This is the counter. So this is current page number counter. This is a variable. It starts with value 1. So it knows that it has to iterate from 1 to 49, yeah? So it sets the variable as 1. And then this is the loop, while loop. So the loop continues while current page number is below 50, and we start at 1. Here we start at 1. This is current page number as a variable. So now I can start to learn, even if I'm not a developer, say, oh, okay, so I can declare a variable, give it a value as a counter, and then I can create a loop, and this loop will be continuing as long as that variable is in less or equal to 50. And if it is less or equal to 50, then go to URL, and I can see here how you know, actually this AI is very smart. because it observed that when you click next here, you have page and then the number changes here. You see here, page hyphen and then the digit. So it figured out that
Yes.
it can just replace the digit with a counter, and this is what it did. Page hyphen, and then this is the current value of the counter. So on the first iteration it will be 1, and then on the second iteration it will also extract the data, and you see here, if you go down, it sets the variable current page number, it adds +1. So this is the syntax, current value of current page number +1. That means that on the second cycle it will be replacing this by the number 2, and then the third cycle it will replace this variable with the value 3, and that's how it created the pagination. So this is a very good learning coach for people who want to learn web scraping. Even if you already get the data, it's always useful to understand how the mechanic works, yeah? Because if you can understand slowly how the mechanic works, you will be able to develop much better prompts on how you prompt and you ask the AI to correct problems. Now, Bo and everyone, there is a second way to deal with pagination. And what I advise to do also when you're working with our AI model right now is that at the moment, we do not have a backup. You see here, once the AI did one version, a second version, you don't have access to the former version, and sometimes the AI will mess up and the next version actually is not good. So what I suggest is that every time you have something that looks like it's working, go immediately here and export it, and you can call it, for example, V1 working. So I keep it as a backup, and then only I go back to the AI assistant, and now I'm going to try a V2. I'm going to tell it, let's work on the pagination. There are chances that there will be more pages added or pages removed, so our current counter based pagination will not be resilient, yeah? So I'm gonna ask it, can you use the next page button that is at the bottom of each page and create a loop that will click that next button, until there is no more next button to click. So I'm telling basically here to the AI, look at the bottom, there is a next button. When we click, do a loop that will click next, scrape the books, click next again, until we reach page, let's go directly to page 49. Once we're on page 49, there is still a next button. Once we reach 50, there is no more next button, so that the loop will stop. Yeah? So that's what I'm telling the AI right now. So I need to understand a little bit as a business person what I want to make my automation more resilient. So let's see if it understands my instructions. So I hit send, and let's see if it can build for us a different pagination. All right, so yes, that's much more resilient approach. We can implement this by using a while loop that continues as long as the next button is visible and clickable. Here is a revised strategy. We use extract, while loop, click the next button, wait for the new page to load, extract the book. This approach will dynamically handle pagination until the next button is no longer found. Would you like me to generate the updated JSON for this? Yes. Okay, let's see. Shall I run this project? Yes. Okay. And it's working. So that means the pagination is still working. It's even faster. And let's see, you always have to double check what the AI does, because sometimes it will improve on something and sometimes it will forget or it will remove a property. So you need to pay a lot of attention to keep your data and projects consolidated. So, okay, it did the 50 pages. It's going to analyze the results by itself. And if no corrections are needed, it should be okay. So I think, yeah, I think it's finished. Let's see. Oh no, it's still checking the stuff. Let's see what it says. So the conclusion is dynamic pagination implementation worked as expected. Very good. And here it explains to you how it did it. So you can always learn, you know. But also I'm going to double check two things first. If the scrape data is still correct. So if I go here, scrape with page dynamic, let's see if we get the 1000 books. So yes, title, price, URL of the book. I have 1000 pages, that's correct. So it is still scraping the data correctly. Now what I will go and now spy how it did. So I'm gonna go to Open Project Manager. Can close this. And this is the new dynamic pagination. The dataset didn't change, but in Web Automation now, it's changed the comment. It says that it's dynamic, and let me look how it did it, because then I can learn. So go to URL. So it starts with page 1. Okay, so it goes to page 1, and then it waits for the page to load, and then it extracts the data of the first page. Okay, and then it creates the loop, and while the loop is active is as long as this selector exists. So now I understand how it says as long as element is visible, this is the element that I want to check if it's visible. As long as the next button is there, then proceed and run all these sub commands here. You see here, these commands are nested. 1, 2, 3, 4 commands are nested inside the loop. So this is how the loops are being built. So while there is a next button, click the next page, and then click the next page, and then wait for the page to load, and then extract the data, and then go again, and then click the next page, wait, extract until it does all the 50 pages. Once this element is not found anymore, the loop will die off. And once this loop is finished, it basically just put for us a comment, all books have been scraped. So this is how it works, and this is now kind of web scraping with AI aid, and we've done already two scrapping projects quite quickly. Boom. Any questions? Do you feel that you can reproduce this?
Well, definitely. I think I can do this. Well, my head is already well. Yeah. I have a lot of questions, but yeah, we'll just need to go. We can just go ahead first, and I'll just ask questions.
Let's ask the questions to the AI assistant, because we trained the AI assistant to reply us. So for example, I'm going to go back to the home page of this. I'm just get the home page, yeah? So I close this. Let's say now you're just in learning mode. So I start a new conversation, and I'm going to tell it, I want to scrape all the books data from this website, yeah? Explain to me what are the different ways and what data I can scrape. So I don't know how to do. I'm asking the AI assistant. Yeah. So let's see how it can guide us. All right, so it's starting to give us some information. So to scrape the data from this website, this would involve extracting information like book title, price, image URL, and book URL. That's correct. And then there is the pagination. And then we can scrape more specific book details that are on each book page, such as the description, stock, category. You see, it also understood that there are much more information when you go inside the single book page. And it also tells you that there is the UPC. So it did the job for me about what kind of data I can get, yeah? So to proceed, please specify which of those options you would like to implement. So it offered multiple options. Scrape all the books, scrape specific book details. So let's say I wanted to do both. I wanted to do the pagination But also I wanted to click on every book detail page and get me all the data that are available in the book detail page. Yeah, because now I realize that if I click inside the book detail, I will get more details. So let's ask it that. I want you to paginate through all the pages, and on each pagination you click all the books one by one to get their details page data that has all the information you have identified earlier, such as the title, book URL, price, until the UPC code. And let's see if it can understand what I want and build for us a successful project. What should the project be named? Do you want the browser to be visible or headless? Should any network resources be blocked? So it's giving you some options, which is good because sometimes you want maybe to continue working on something, so you could use the headless, but I want it to be visible, so I'm going to tell it name the project as full books scrapping. And then the second question was, do you want the browser to be visible? I want the browser to be visible. And then, should any network resources be blocked to speed up the process? No need to block any resources. How to write resources in English, just like this. All right, I replied the 3 questions, and let's see if it's going to do the job. Okay, it created some project, and then I'm going to say, yeah, run it. So again, this is the first time it will show this. So, okay, pagination is working, but it's not clicking every single book yet. So I don't know how it did it, but this is a bit like next level. So let's see how it handled it. Maybe it goes through the pagination first, and then it will open one book by one book. Not sure.
So while we are waiting for this, this is basically a website that has static data.
That's
What
right.
if the website has updated and added new books?
Now it
Can
will catch.
we?
Yes, it will catch them. You see, when I updated the project before, I told it to dynamically do the pagination so that if they add pages, we will go through them. But I think maybe what you're referring to is, let's say you scrape it today, and then after 1 month there is more books, and you want to find the new books, right?
Yes.
Yes, I will show you later. In the dataset, there is a function where you can append. And then when you do that, then you scrape it again, it will append and only get the new books, the new data. But
Sweet.
let's look at what I was doing just now, if it worked or not. So the project full book scrapping ran, but it appears no data was extracted. The logs indicate a recurring mixed content. This is because the SSL is broken. So it finds 20 items. Yeah. Although the selector for the book items might be correct at an element, the subsequent extraction of data with those elements is failing due to the script execution being blocked. For each loop starting at 0 item, which confirms that no data. Yes, so how to fix this? It says we need to address the mixed content. Let's modify the project configuration to use HTTPS. Okay. All right, a more approach with a given available command, maybe to use setting block resources to block. So this is actually not a problem, it's a fake problem. So I will say the issue is not the SSL, as the data is still loaded. The issue is that while the issue is that although the pagination is working, the project is not clicking on each book. So there is no click loop that will click all 20 books of each page. Now give me the different ways we could scrape each single book detailed page, and I have some ideas. Shall we first paginate and scrape the URLs of all the books and then use these URLs and visit each URL to scrape each single book detail page? Or shall we do a click loop that clicks all available books of each page and goes back to former page to click the next, etc. So my English is not very good, but let's see if it can understand what I'm saying. But we've done already quite some progress here. So all right, let's see what it says here. It's explaining something. Oh, it has a lot of things to say. Okay, you're absolutely right. Okay, paginate, scrape URLs, then visit each URL. First, iterate through all the pages to extract just the URLs of each book. Then, in a separate step or loop, visit each of these collected URLs to scrape the detail. The pros, it gives you the pros and the cons for every method, which is good. Here, I'm learning as a business person. So these are the pros. This separates the concerns. The con is that it requires two distinct phases of scrapping, which might be slightly less efficient. All right, and then there is a click loop. So what is the pros? The pros is that it's often more efficient as it stays within the same browser. And the cons is if an error occurred during the click loop, it may be harder to recover. Yes. So if one of the pages or the go back messes up, then the whole project is gonna break. Okay, I get it. So now I need to choose one way. Option 1. So it's still trying to solve the SSL, but I don't want it to solve that. So okay, I'm going to tell it to call these unsecure links with HTTPS. For the SSL issue, just call the resources using HTTPS. Now I want to use it called it the option 1, I think. No, sorry. I want to use the method that paginates, scrape URLs, and visit each URL. I want to use the method that paginate, scrape URLs, then visit each URL. Let's see if this is going to help it to do the job. Okay, it created a new project. Yes, run the project. All right, let's see if it's going to work. So here you see there is a double catalog. I'm going to save this to show it. I think you will see it. There is double catalog in the URL, so it has to correct it. So let's see if this is going to break or if I can break it. I'm going to break this automation. I'm going to cancel it. Project execution in progress, so I will close it. Yeah. Let's see if it gets some debugging. So what did it say? It proposed a new project, and I want to see what comments. I see here, adding catalog to a URL that already likely starts with it. So it noticed that there was two catalog. Correct the URL transformation. We need to remove the extra catalog. So actually it got it. And after fixing the URL, then the loop should correctly load. Okay, good. So let's run the project. I'm going to click run project. Let's see if it's going to work now. Okay, that's book number 1. And then, so I only clicked the first book. Let's wait a bit. We made some progress. I'm going to shut it down. That means it didn't do the loop properly. And let's see if it realizes the mistake. Okay, I want to know what it did. I want to understand. So I scroll up. Here's the full updated project. Okay, so it's still saying these mixed results. Significant improvement. The all book links dataset now contains 20 entries, and the book details data has successfully extracted one record. This suggests that the URL correction and the initial wait command have helped overcome the mixed content issue for the first page. However, the go back command resulted in the error. But if we, okay, so improve the for each loop resilience, we need to ensure that even one detailed page fails. All right, add an error handling, consider a more conservative weight, address the, okay. So I think I'm gonna ask it to do a more stable way. So I'm going to tell it instead of doing a click loop, which happens not to be the best, let's instead scrape and correct the book's detail page URLs, and then use the go to URL command without having to go back. We just load in a loop all the URLs that we scraped from each page. Okay, let's try this. Okay, yeah, run the project.
So every time that it asks that should we run the project, should we always reply yes, or we can just click the run project button?
Both are possible. You can click the run project and then it runs it. You can also like don't click and go and inspect the project and come back, and you can reply yes, run it for me. So usually if you want the AI to also check if the results are good, you ask it to run it itself. Okay, so here there was a mistake with Frankenstein 20. That's interesting. So I think one of the links has some errors. So this happens, sometimes the AI gets messed up because we tried so many things. So when you see that something simple is not going through, and it's not doing it after 10 attempts, it's better to start a new conversation and give it like a more simple step-by-step prompt. So that's what I'm going to try here. If it doesn't get it by itself, if it doesn't correct it now, I will go back and create a new conversation, and I will give it just one simple instruction now that I know that the click loop is not good. So let's see first what it said. Yeah.
Before we do the new conversation, can we ask the current conversation to suggest a prompt for us to what to do?
Yes, very good point. Indeed. Yes, definitely. Let's just quickly look what it says here, what's the problem are. So one of the pages gave error 404. But you see, it's still using the go back command, which was removed, yeah. So I think it didn't remove the go back command. That's what created the problem. And then the previous URL have double catalog, okay. So I think it figured it out. It's going to replace catalog / catalog by catalog. And then, so we should ensure the prefix only added in the URL is relative. Actually, in this website, there are inconsistencies. Some URLs have catalog, some don't have it. So that's why it makes it a bit harder. So let's try this version, and then we're gonna do what you said, Bo. We're gonna try two things, but let's run the project. Run the project. And maybe we should not go through all the pages. We should first do the page 1, and then we do the page 2, and then we get the 20 books of every page instead of doing the all 1000 pages. Maybe that's the best way for this kind of automation. Let's see if this time it's gonna get it. Something worse. So let's do your approach. It's still debugging, sorry. If this is promising, we can run it. If it's not promising, so it's still, oh, okay, I get it. So it's still having a hard time with the links that have catalog and some don't have catalog. Okay, let's give it one more chance. Okay, let's run it.
Back then, I think I saw a part of wherein during the scraping, instead of it just opening one window, it opened multiple windows. I know it does affect the usage of RAM, but
Yes.
will it actually be more efficient, or not really efficient, but would that be a more effective method for me to just process this for the first time to make sure that the process pushes through? Or would you suggest to just use this method of just using one page of and let the AI do the pagination?
Yeah, I think it's better to let the AI do the pagination, unless once you gather enough knowledge, then you can do it yourself. But you see, this difficulty that I'm encountering is actually good for
Yes.
learning, because we're still improving the AI model, and also I went
Mhm.
into so many directions, click, loop, and URL. So let's do a fresh conversation now that we know what is the best way. So I'm gonna tell it, create. Sorry, I'm gonna do here. Let's do just one page. Let's forget about pagination. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask it,
Yes.
scrape the URLs of all the 20 books appearing on this page, and then create a loop that will visit each page one after another and scrape all the available data of each book that includes title, price, image, URL, UPC code, and that's enough. Let's see first if we can get the 20 books. So this is because of the SSL, but it's continuing. I can help you with that. To clarify, you want to scrape URLs of all the books listed on initial page. Then for each of those book URL, navigate to the book details. Yes, correct. All right, do the job now. Eli,
And
I
we
think Eli
have
joined.
Eli.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it created the project.
Sorry, am I late?
I think, yeah, your winter, is it the winter hour thing, yeah?
Yes, of course. The time went. Yeah. So, oh my God.
No
I
worries.
apologize, everybody. Sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
Yes. So I'm gonna tell it yes, run the project. Okay, so it's opening it. This is first time. Okay, so it loaded only one page. So I think we're still having some issues with the inconsistent URLs. So I will need to find maybe a better way. Let's wait for it to find some corrections. I will shut down the project. It did by itself. Okay, so I think it timed out. Let's see if it finds a solution. Okay, modified something. What it says: correctly extracted 20 book URLs. Detailed page extraction, mixed content, extract data, only reported finding one item. But I don't know why there is a go back command. That's weird. So we don't need the go back command. So let's tell it, we do not need the go back command because we just load each URL directly from the loop for each. Let's see if it understands this. Okay, shall I run the project? Yes. Okay, that's the first book. Let's see if it can figure out the issue. Let's see what it did. This SSL mixed content is confusing the AI. We need to work on it. With extracting the details for all book that has extracted 20 URLs. The mixed content. Let's spy on the project. So if I go now and I open this project to see what the AI did, maybe we can figure out something and help the AI solve it. So first, okay, it created two data sets. One is the book details. One is the book list links, which is getting all the books here. Yeah, that's correct, with /catalog. This looks all correct. It has one transformation where it trims. Yeah, it has a trim for scrape catalog. That's good. So I think it's good. Book list links, and then it's going to create a loop, extract data, and then this is the loop for each book item in book list links. Go to URL. That's good. Wait, extract data, wait for selector. We don't need this wait for selector. This should work actually. This should work. I'm going to run it manually myself to see, because it looks good. So let's run it. Start new. Oh yeah, so the SSL is doing some stuff. But you see here, now it's actually working. It's going, it scrapped the first 20 URLs, and now it's going book after book. Oh, I think I know what happened. So let's look at the scrape data. This is the project, and we got the first data set. So we have two data sets. You have to remember to switch between data sets, and these are the books data. So what happened is that the AI, sometimes the AI is doing too much. I think it saw that there were some SSL issues, which is what is complicating this project. And it did something in the settings, which I want to look at. You see here, it enabled resource blocking, which blocks the images and the JavaScript that gives a problem, which is not good. I'm going to add debug. I disabled this that the AI configured. I save. And now I'm going to run it again, and we should see the images now. Yeah, you see? So it actually did the job. It's just that it did too much. It overdid. It tried to solve the SSL. So now we're getting all the data. We should also get the image URLs. Yeah, finish. I go to scrape data, and I go to book details. And we can correct this, but it's doing the job now. I think now we reviewed a couple of examples. Bo. I hope you guys get the principle. And Eli, you missed the first part, but I was showing how we can chat to scrape, basically. And we did this these book scraping projects, and we're getting all the data, although it's difficult because of the SSL. But maybe for the next example, we will use a website that doesn't have an SSL problem. And just to further show you guys how you can get your own support directly from the AI assistant. Myself, when I was looking at the V8, when you go into a project here, so let's say I take this project, I go here, and then this command is wait. Yeah. So I see timeout 15,000, but I don't know if the timeout is in seconds or milliseconds. You know, let's say I'm confused. I don't know what is this field about. We have some help here, and we will do this help more contextualized for each command. Right now it's like general help about variables, so we will include help inside the interface, but I can go and ask about the wait command. So I can go to the AI here, AI assistant, new conversation, and then I can ask it, explain to me all the different wait commands available, and what is the time unit. Is it in seconds or in milliseconds? Yeah, I want to learn about RTILA, how these wait commands they work. All right, so it tells me here, the RTILA platform offers several ways to pause or wait for specific conditions. There is the wait command. It has a timeout and it takes parameters. So this is for 3 seconds. Yeah, so that's 3 milliseconds. Then wait for load state. This will wait for a page to reach a specific state. For example, fully loaded, or DOM content loaded, or network idle. That means there is no more internet requests. And then there is wait for selector, which is a different of waiting. You wait for a specific element to appear. Like for example, you're waiting for download ready. You're waiting for an element that says download ready before you click it. Then you will wait for that. And then wait for state is again a state, visible, hidden, that is attached to something. And then in summary, the parameter related to time duration in these wait commands, like timeout, wait before, is specified in milliseconds. So you see here, you don't have to come and ask us by support ticket now. For most of the things that you don't know exactly how it works, you can ask the AI assistant. So Eli, I know you jumped into the running train, but let us know if there is anything you want to ask, or if you want us to go back and review some projects that the AI did for us with the CSS selectors.
You know what? I'd be curious. I mean, I'm going to watch the video, so I really don't want to go back over everything because, you know, I've missed a lot. So I don't want to do that. But I want to see the power of the selectors from a manual point of view, how it finds those selectors very easily. Is that possible?
Yes, of course. So that's a good point. So let's show the two methods. So let's say I want to scrape this book. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I want to scrape this book. Let's go back to RTILA. So let's do one manually. I'm going to go to automation projects, open project manager. And then here I can create a new project. And let's call it manual books to scrape. Manual single book, actually. Single book to scrape. I put this page as my starting page, yeah? So here you go to, we have 3 tabs now. We used to have 2 tabs in version 7. Now we have the data extraction, which is like the inspection mode, web automation, which is the commands mode, and we have a third one, post execution, that I will cover in other videos. But basically, after we finish the extraction, we can send the data to an API. For example, you can send it back to Make or N8N or Zapier. You know, you can send your stuff and link RTILA back and forth between other systems. So that's ready. We will cover it. Let's now look at what you said, Eli. Let's create a data set. Let's call it dataset 1. Dataset 1. And I create a new property, which is the title of the book. Yeah. So I click OK. This is exactly like V7, but now we have a new CSS selector. And here you can click this little pick element from page. And once you click it, it activates the selector mode. You see here, I'm hovering. So I want the title. So I hover over the title. I click. And you see now you can either accept or refuse this element. And this is actually the element that I want. So I'm going to accept it, confirm selector. So I click, and then it finds that it's the H1 for me. And it got me the title. Yeah. I save. Now let's create a second property. Let's say I want the price. So I create price. I go again here in CSS Selector. I activate it and I go on the price. I click. Yes, I want this. And it figured out that it's a P element with price color as a class, and it's catching again the right data. And let's say now I want the stock here. So I'm going to create a new property called stock. Likewise, I click here, I go to the stock here, I say yes, and it finds that it's stock availability in stock 22. Okay, Eli, you see here?
Yeah, I can see that's much more consistent and easier to
Exactly, yes.
get your hands on.
Now let's say I don't want this in stock and available, I just want the digits, yeah? I just want the digits. So what I could do here is that I can come to stock and I can add a transformation and I can choose a regex rule, a regex, yeah? But you need to know about regex, right? Let's say I don't want to give myself a headache about regex. I save my project here and I copy this. Yeah, I copy this and I'm going to ask the AI to correct for me this property. So I just now save, I go back to my project here, and now for this project that I created manually, I can chat with it. So I can use this chat button with the AI and I can say, help me with this project where I am scrapping the stock, but it catches too many texts and I want to only have the actual number instead of this. I want just 22. Correct for me the property, the concerned property, and let's see if it can understand what I want and help me. Okay, so you see here it created a transformation type regex. It figured out the right regex. This regex captures the digits within the parentheses, effectively extracting just the number. Would you like me to provide the full updated project configuration? And should I run it? Yes, do so. Okay. Dr. Charity, see you. All right, and yes, run it. And after that, maybe you will notice if it did the job correctly or not, but I want to go back and see the project. So it extracted the data for stock. It's still in stock 22 available. The regex transformation should have extracted only 22. So this suggests that the regex transformation might not have been applied as expected. To fix this, I will ensure the regex transformation correctly captures and returns the numeric part. Would you like me to update the configuration? Yes. So it's going to do all this back and forth for us. Shall I run it? Yes. All right, let's see. Now it's going to analyze the data. Okay, so now extracted data for stock is correctly formatted as 22. I don't believe it until I see it. So I'm going to go first and open this project. And I want to learn how the AI did this. So, okay, project manager. Here. So stock, oh, it did it. So now it's clean, it's 22. And let's look at the transformation. This is the regex that I would have had a hard time to find it myself. And it did whatever group flag, whatever it is. It did the job for me, so I cancel. So now I can clean my data with the help of the AI. Eli, is this okay?
That's more than okay, because all it takes is just a little bit of prompting, and it actually configures it. So it's not like you have to copy and paste the regex in the right place and then make some slight changes, but it actually does it for you.
That's right. And this is like, let's call it manual, but assisted, yeah? I could also just take this URL of this book and just get the AI to do everything. So I can go here, new conversation. And I can chat even before scrapping. I can say check this URL of this book page, yeah, and propose the most resilient CSS selectors and or XPath to get all the data of the book page and give me the list of selectors and data fields. So I send it to work, you know.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
You know what would be really handy? Having a cheat sheet of these prompts helping use
Yes.
RTILA.
Yes, we're preparing that, and also that's what Bo related to. But let's look at this, and I can help with that based on the analysis report and the provided HTML. The most resilient CSS, it gave us a couple of them here, the price, and then he applied the regex for the price, and then the stock. This is the UPC, and you see here the UPC. Let's say I'm not happy with the CSS selector for the UPC, and here Eli, I noticed that the UPC is always in the cell that follows the cell that contains UPC as a text. This is like resilient. I know that every time there is a cell called UPC, the next cell is going to be the UPC code. So I can come now to the AI and I can tell it, I do not like this selector for the UPC. For the UPC code, I do not want to use this selector. Instead, propose an XPath selector that will use the cell or row that contains the text UPC to catch the next cell that will contain the UPC value. So this is more English. I hope it's gonna get it. But I want an XPath. I don't want a CSS selector for the UPC. So let's see what it says. So we get these errors because there is SSL issues on the page. So I understand you want more robust XPath, and look, it proposed an XPath exactly like I wanted, Eli. So let's say now I'm happy with the CSS selectors that the AI found. Now I can tell it, okay, now build me this scrapping project using the UPC XPath and all the other CSS selectors for the other fields. Okay, build the project for us. Shall I run it? Yes. And the good thing, Eli, is that it runs, it looks at the logs and the results, it figures out that there are some errors, and then it tries to find some solutions, and it explains to you what it's doing. So you see here, there is a double prefix issue in the image. So I think it's trying some stuff. The extracted data for the book page appear to be mostly correct. Missing is the price, including tax, exclusive tax, product type, and number of reviews. Oh, the number of reviews is actually very difficult. We will see how. And also the image URL is not correct. It's like okay, so let's see. Would you like me to propose an updated configuration? Yes. Yes, correct all these issues, but do not bother about the SSL mixed content as the content still is loaded. Okay. Okay, let's run the project. And I think, did it finish running the project? I think it did. Let's see. Book details. No, it's still not running. So let's go back to the AI. So run the project. Okay, it's gonna check what's going to resolve the missing data. The image URL also appears to have an incorrect prefix. some fields are missing. Yes, let's let it provide some corrections. Run the project. So this normally should take less time when we don't have the SSL problem, but now it's okay. So now it's still not perfect, but I think it corrected a couple of things. Let's look at the scrape data now. Yes, you see it got the title, the price, availability, so it solved all those difficult things. We will see about the image later, but the I think it said about the reviews. So the reviews is a tricky thing. So number of reviews. Would you like me to provide an updated configuration with a corrected selector for number of reviews? The number of reviews is still empty. Upon reviewing the HTML, the selector star rating plus p targets a p tag that contains in-stock information, not the one with the review count. The review count is actually within a hidden comment in the HTML. Okay, to fix the number of reviews field, we need to adjust its selector. Since the review count is within an HTML comment, we'll need to use a method that can extract text from comments. Would you like me to provide an updated configuration? So here, guys, this is where you need to observe as well. So if you look at the reviews, there is no text data. It's actually images, yeah? So the way to know the reviews is that how many yellow stars compared to the gray stars. So I need to help the AI. I need to tell it the reviews is not a digit. The reviews is that there is five little stars icons and 3 of them are yellow. You need to recognize which stars are yellow. So let's try that so that to help the AI do its job. So I'm going to tell it the review score is not available as a text string. Instead, the review element contains a given number of green star and a given number of gray stars with a total of 5 stars. So we need to, I'm going to talk to it. You need to figure out the CSS selector or element that represents the green star. Is it green or yellow, Eli?
It is yellow.
It's yellow, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
my bad. So the yellow. So here I said also green, yellow. Okay. So you need to find the CSS selector or element that represents the yellow stars and count how many occurrences, and that number of occurrences should become our review score. Let's see if it can understand what I'm saying. Okay, so it said the yellow stars are represented by the I element with the class icon star. Here is the updated property for the number of reviews that will count these star elements. So this selector star3 I icon. I've adjusted the selector target. Would you like me to generate the full project? Yes, let's see if this can solve that issue. All right, run the project. Okay, the data extraction for the book page scraper project is now complete and accurate. We're getting everything. The number of reviews is correctly identified as 5 based on the star rating. Let's see first, because it may actually count 5 stars every time. So let's look at the scrape data. All right, number of the reviews is 5. So it's getting better, but still the AI is not perfect. This is actually quite a difficult thing to do. And here is where you guys need to a little bit jump in and understand. So let's look at the inspection here. and let's look at the difference between these two. So here there is icon star, and then there is icon star, but it's different. What is the difference between this icon star that is green? Oh, look guys, the number is here, 3. Oh, this website is weird. So that's why the AI is not able to figure out the green from the yellow from the other, because they're all the same. And actually, there is no way. So for this case, we need the AI, because only the AI, an AI call will know that it's 3, or what we can do is that we can capture the word that appears after star rating. So I'm going to show it this. I'm going to tell it good progress. All right. Good progress. But I realized all the stars are the same. So we always get 5 as a result, which is not correct. However, I noticed that there is I think it's a class. Yeah, it's a class. There is a class that actually contains in wording the score of the reviews. See here, and then I'm going to put it in rectangle brackets. Create a regex rule for this property to catch the word or words that appear right after star rating. Right after star rating in the class value of the target element. Let's see if it can understand what I'm saying. But Eli, do you see the way of thinking?
I do. You've got to go through it logically and then break things down.
Exactly. And this is actually harder than other websites, because the other website, they have like score is 3, it's a digit. Yeah. So yes. So would you like me to generate the full project? Yes. Go ahead. All right. Now let's run the project. Okay. Let's see if this gets us the data. Okay. Extraction successful. Now it gets a string. Let's see if that's correct. That's my project. And yes, I'm getting 3. So now let's try with another book to see if another review will get. So this one has only 1 review. So it should be here. Where is it? In the stars here. We should get 1 here. This one has only 1 review, yeah? So I'm going to go now. And I'm going to ask the AI assistant. Yes, it worked. Now let's change the URL to this book and test again. So let's see if it gets us 1 review for this book. All right, I'm going to ask it to run the project. I don't know if it ran it, but I can run it here manually as well. Oh yeah, it was running, so I went too fast. Okay, let's try. I run it to see. Yeah, the velvet. I saw the velvet. Let's look at the data. Yes, only 1 review. So we've actually accomplished a quite complex scrapping data that is cleaning the. And also here you see, Eli, by itself the AI removed the pound sign to clean my data. So here also it removed the pound sign. But we lost here the regex for the stock. No, I think this project we didn't ask for a regex for the stock. So we could ask it, but I think we covered quite a lot between all these experiences, but happy to take your questions, guys. And definitely we need to create kind of a list of prompts, but also Eli and actually just now, Bo, you were saying we can ask the AI to give us a prompt, right?
Yes.
So when we were doing that project that was complicated, I think it was this one. I think we were struggling. So I can kind of summarize and get the prompt and then create a new conversation. So I can tell it based on our history and difficulties we had with this project. Prepare for me a prompt that I can use to start afresh a new project prompt or new project. Let's see if it understands what I'm saying and if it can propose to us a prompt. Okay, so he gave us a prompt. Voila.
If I can just say something, when
Yes,
I
please.
do the similar technique, what you do, what I do is ask for a meta prompt, which does a really in-depth prompt. So you may, anybody that's listening, if you want to, as it's a really good hack what Mohammed has just done. But if you're very specific and say meta prompt, it really goes into depth. Yeah, meta prompt, and it really goes into depth.
Say, give me the meta prompt version. Maybe you will understand. Is it like it structures it? Yeah, it has kind of an indented
Yeah, it structures it. Yeah, it structures it in a language. Yeah, it structures it in a language that the LLM understands even better.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And also, it also gives the project settings and configuration.
That's right. That's why it's important to say meta prompt. It's more specific to the language that the LLM will understand, rather than it's more specific to us understanding.
Yes,
so
yeah, very good. So I learned something from the community and from you. Perfect. So that's one thing. But also you can really chat with the whole engine of RTILA. So you can start a chat and say, tell me all the different features and functionalities. So not all, but let's say, tell me the main features and functionalities of RTILA engine, and give me a few examples of projects I could build. Let's see if it has enough training from us to give something interesting. Oh, that's not bad. Let's see. So the RTILA engine is a powerful tool for web automation and data extraction, designed to execute complex workflow defined in a JSON configuration. And Eli, JSON is the format for all AI models. So that's why we worked hard on the V8 to have this. So main features is declarative automation, define entire automation tasks using a JSON configuration file, data extraction, structured data using CSS XPath text selectors. Oh yes, there is something also new, Eli, that we didn't have before. You can target an element based on the text that it contains. So not only CSS and XPath, but also text values. Then we can control the flow with conditional logic. We can have multiple URLs or tasks in parallel. We can do checkpoint and resumption. This is actually, we're still working on it to bring it back. We can create human-like interactions. We can solve Captcha. We can manage proxies. We can respect the robot.txt. Oh yeah, the profiles are much better now. We can log into Facebook, to LinkedIn, and actually RTILA V8 is like stealth mode. It's very rarely recognized as a bot. It works even better than Playwright alone or Puppeteer. It has API integration, post-execution triggers, and examples of projects you could build: e-commerce product scrapping, lead generation, content aggregation, social media data collection, real estate scrapping, event and booking scrapping. So it starts to be good. And I want to show you also here, guys. So what we've done so far was about a website that was public, yeah? But let's say you want to automate or you want to scrape LinkedIn, yeah? So I'm going to go to LinkedIn. I'm going to go to My Network Grow, yeah? So let's say I want to auto-connect to these proposed contacts. So the way it works, because you need to log in first. So what I need to do is I need to just prepare my password. So I'm gonna go and it's not this one. This one. I'm gonna copy my password, which I don't know by heart. And the way it works is that you cannot start the AI chat directly for LinkedIn, because the AI chat will not, the AI assistant will not be able to see the page because it's not yet logged in. It doesn't have a session. So for all websites that are behind the login, you need to create the project manually first. So you go to Project Manager, you open the extension, you create a new project, and let's call it my LinkedIn Connect. And here, I'm just going to put LinkedIn. I will change the URL later. First, what I want to do is that I want to log in. So I forgot. So we have now a very good login session. So it kept my login. But what you need to do is that this is inside the studio. So when you first start a project, you need to put a wait command, like a 30 seconds. Let's put 30 seconds, 30,000 milliseconds. And run this project first and give yourself time to log in. So I'm going to run it and I have 30 seconds to log in. So now I'm going to log in here, sign in. It kept my here, so I'm going to say yes, sign in. And now that I have done it, I created sessions on both sides, on the inspection side and on the run side. I can close it now. And now I can ask the AI and I can tell it, help me. So this is a bit more difficult because LinkedIn selectors are very hard to find the connect button, but let's see if it can do it, if the AI can do it. So now I can chat with this project that I already created, and the AI is going to receive the context and we'll have the session. So I'm going to say, this project already has a profile session login with my LinkedIn account. I want now to go to this URL, which is Grow My Network, and click the first connect. Is it connect or connection? It's called the first connect.
It's connect.
Yeah, the first connect button of the first contact that appears on my network page. Let's see if it can do the job here. It's always more tricky when there is a login. The CSS selector for the connect, open the page and figure out the best selector. This is harder because sometimes it's not able to open the page, but let's say I need to write for it. Yes. So what I can do now is I can feed it the HTML that is around that area. If it's not able to open it, I can give it the data. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to get this whole card here for this. And here I right click, edit as HTML. I take the whole HTML off, the whole HTML, Control A, Control C. And I'm going to tell it, here is the HTML code around the connect button. But there are many other cards, contacts, and I want just the first one. So sometimes I may make it more complicated actually. This is my former colleague at the UN. Okay, here's the project configuration. Shall I run it? Yes. And let's see if it's going to click this. I didn't have time to see if it clicked. So let's ask it. I think it's still waiting for some data back. I'm gonna ask it after clicking, please add a 10-second wait command. Yes, run it. Yes. I saw it, I think it clicked something, but it didn't wait. So these are a bit harder. I need to find the best way to prompt it. Or maybe I can just tell it, let me see here, create a data set that targets and finds all the connect buttons, and then create a for each loop that will click each connect button, wait 3 seconds, and then click the next connect button. Let's see if it can get it from the right. This is actually a very complicated project to do. So sometimes we only get the AI to help us halfway. But let's see. And then I will show you the correct project, because we can still share templates between us. And I have actually this template, we've done it. So I think it didn't launch it. I'm going to open it and inspect it to learn from what the AI did. Here we go. This is the new project. So, okay, these are all the buttons, and yeah, I didn't get it right yet. So it's trying its best, but this is not the right way. And let's see how it did here. Network grow, and then wait for element, click each button. He almost got it. So let me show you the right way of doing it, and we can share the project with you guys. I have it here. I have it, if I go back to open project, and we will share with you the prompts, like you said, Eli and Bo. There is a way to prompt for click loops, but I want to find here new LinkedIn Connect imported. Yeah, that's the one. So I can run this one, new LinkedIn Connect. This is the one that I corrected after chatting with the AI. And I think here, if I make it smaller, oh, I have 20 seconds waiting, I think, on this project. So we have to wait 20 seconds. And then hopefully it's gonna start to click connect.
So you mean to say that?
Yeah, sorry, for LinkedIn and for social media, it's more advanced level because they have so many difficulties. You see, it started to click. It clicked the first one. Actually, I'm hearing in my headset, I'm hearing cling, cling. It's clicking on it. You see them being clicked?
Yes.
So I've just we have this template to automate the connect. We can add some more things. We can search for specific context and so on. So I'm gonna stop it because I don't want to connect just like that. But this is to show you, and just for those who want to go into advanced, I can explain one kind of medium advanced level, which is how you do the click loops. So if I go to new LinkedIn Connect, we will share with you guys this project. So this is how it works. You have the data set, and the data set, we had that in the V7. You first need to identify the container. So this is the card. This is every person card, because this element is being repeated. So there is this concept of what we called before in V7. We called it the CSS collection, or the items container. So first you have to ask the AI to identify the container. What is the container that is being repeated for all the contact cards? Once we have the container, then we can target specifically the button that will invite the people. You see here, it's follow, comma, invite. So this data set now will, you see here, it will find all the selectors of all the connect buttons. So in the V8, the data extraction is not just about extracting text data, it's also about extracting the elements HTML, so that now we have the elements HTML that we can feed into a loop. So here now, this loop will go through the dataset called connect buttons, and for each button data, it will iterate. So you see here, it will call the dollar value of the current button and the current selector. So when this loop runs the first time, it's going to target this button. And on the second run, it will replace this selector by this second button, and so on. So this is like a very powerful way of creating click loops. And then you just focus on finding the selectors of the buttons here. And then for each loop, we'll be able to click all of them. So this is advanced mode, but this is what can get us to do very complex automations, very advanced automations on social media and other difficult websites. We will cover this in more advanced way, in more details later on. But what I can share with you is this project and also the prompt or the series of prompt that we had to use to reach this maturity level. Okay, I think we've done now more than 1 hour and a half. So I've been talking a lot. I hope it's not too much. And if it's not enough,
thank you.
we can cover even more.
No. That was helpful. For sure. Sorry, I had to go quickly and steal some food. So I'm hungry.
Yes.
No, that's helpful. Especially when seeing how we can manually do the selectors. It's far easier to manually do it, for sure.
Yeah, and we can do sessions like one-to-one sessions, and we can cover some specific areas because you already advanced mode, Eli. So with you, we can maybe do how you manually go like super granular on these selectors. And then for those who do not want to have headache with going into the source code, we can see like this is how you prompt. Prompt for this kind of social media is like this. The prompt for directories should be like this. A prompt for, let's say, a table, when data is on a table, this is how you do it. So slowly we will develop the knowledge between all of us. But Bo, I hope this provided you with a bit more less scary scrapping approach than the V7.
Yes, it did actually enlighten me a bit better. And one thing though, I don't know yet how to purchase these credits from the. We are using Google.
So Gemini. So you go to Google AI packages. I think they have a free offer that gives you like $100 credit for free if you put your card. If not, you can just put your OpenAI key. You go to OpenAI API key, and then you can get. So all this RTILA uses the API keys of every AI.
Got it. And you would suggest for me to go with the Gemini or with the ChatGPT API?
So earlier it was Gemini that was working the best, but I think now Claude works very well, and also OpenAI ChatGPT 5, ChatGPT 4 works quite well. So I think it depends on what you want to do, because for some types of promptings, for some types of website, one AI will get it better than the other. So I think this is also the good thing with RTILA, is that if we fail with one AI, I can switch to the other AI, and maybe the other AI is going to get it better. And then another website, then I switch back to OpenAI. So it depends on what you do.
Another thing, like for example, I'm actually looking forward to scrape government documents. Like for example, on our Philippine websites, we have PDFs.
Yes.
When we, like for example, we started automating the downloads of these PDFs.
Yes.
Is there an automation also in RTILA that can convert these documents into, say, JSON files, or we have to do another process for that one?
Yeah, so in general, when you do automations, it's always good to split into simple projects. So first, a project that downloads all the PDFs, and then you create another project that loads the PDF and converts them to JSON. And there I think you have two ways. You can ask the ChatGPT, our AI assistant, this is my local folder where all my PDFs are, load every single PDF, and create the run JavaScript to convert PDF to JSON or XML. And save the result in this folder. So if you give it this prompt, it will create the necessary commands and then drop the files in the other folder.
Got it.
Yeah? And also manually, like if you look at, I'm going to open one project here. So manually, when let's say you have a project that has already been done, let's say now WebScraper here. So WebScraper, if I go to the image, this is the image. So I can check here, download file if the value is a URL. So we have an option here to download whatever that thing is there. Yeah. So if it's a PDF.
Can you share your screen?
Oh. Sorry, you know, the bad habit comes back. Share screen here, entire screen.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, so let me go back there. So let's say I go to a project. I'm going to go back to our scrapebook data, here WebScraper, and I go to the property that is about the image. Let's say this was a PDF. There is a checkbox here, download the file if the value is URL. So this will download the file. But you can ask the AI to do it for you.
What was that button again earlier that caused problems with the images? Or the one that was the reason why we weren't able to process the scraping of these books? Can that be by default unticked? Because I think
oh yes,
like for example,
yes. Let me go back to that. It was a setting that the AI activated for one project. So this is very particular because let me show you. You see this these books to scrape, they have an SSL problem right now. So sometimes it's not all the content is secure. Some images are not secure. So it's called mixed content. So some links here or some JavaScript, they're not using HTTPS. And that the AI saw the errors in the log. And what the AI did, it activated this option here. I'm going to show you. It went into the project edit settings and it activated enable resource blocking. So and then here you can block some resources. You can say I want to block the fonts, I want to block the fetch queries, I want to block the WebSockets, or I want to block all the scripts. And actually it blocked the scripts. That's what it was blocking.
I see.
Yeah. So this is useful when you go advanced. For example, you can say I want to block the media to go faster. I don't want to load the Google image. You see here this Google logo? I can say I don't want to load media on this project. So when I do that, now if I go now I forgot which one it was. If I go back to WebScraper, I think. Yeah, enable resources blocking. I'm blocking media. Yeah. So WebScraper, now when it will run, it will not load the images. So that's what it's supposed to do. So that's what it did. When it saw that the JavaScripts were giving errors, it came and it enabled it. It blocked the scripts. Well, it's not good for us. Oh, here images. So sorry. If I block the images here on this project, what am I doing wrong here? Let's go back. WebScraper, edit settings. So maybe this is actually only blocking in run. Yeah, maybe it's blocking when we run the project. But WebScraper, normally when I run it, it will not load the images.
All right.
Yeah. So that's that was like a complication that we got during that scraping because of the mixed SSL content.
One last thing.
Sure.
In any case, like say a project is already working and we are doing it in a visual mode. Can we convert it into say a headless mode afterwards to minimize this?
Yeah, good question. So let me show you again. I'm going to share my screen. So when you are in RTILA here, when you are in the project manager and you open the Chrome extension here, so you go to any project and you go to edit settings, and here you have a bunch of configurations. So I'm gonna disable the resource blocking. You see here, run in headless mode. So you check this box. Okay?
You would suggest us to take it as soon as the project is successfully working.
Yes, but not all the websites let you run them in headless mode. Some websites they want to see that you're actually loading the actual website. So I think books to scrape, yes, you can run it in headless mode. But some websites, when they see that you're trying to access in headless, they know that it's an automation tool, and they will block you.
I see. Okay,
Yeah. So this is a double-edged sword. It's only acceptable to some websites. Also, some websites, they don't like that you go straight and you download something. So then you have to enable the human-like simulation here, and you can let RTILA create a low level of human simulation, a medium or a high level of human simulation. So this what we'll do here. When I say sensitivity high, this project now will do a lot of human movement, like, you know, go here, hover here, wait a bit, go check this, check it out, before doing an automated action.
All right.
Yeah, so this is how we pass some security stuff. So, but we will cover all these in the next videos. I will cover exactly every option available that can get us through a lot of settings. We have so much to discover and do with the V8. Today, I just wanted to show like the preliminary ways of using the V8 to scrape at least the books.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this has made it almost 2 hours. Eli, I think the last time we discussed finding the CSS selectors and how painful it was probably like a year ago or maybe 8 months ago.
Yeah, it was about that. 2 questions I have. Number one, Open Router. Are we able to use Open Router in there so we're not going left, right, and center?
To call different AI models?
No, yeah, exactly. So we can use one IP and then we can change the models. Because, see, as you were saying, for certain circumstances, it's good for one thing than the other. Yeah. So to me, to save time, simplicity, use Open Router. And then obviously when we come to a certain situation, easy enough to just click next AI generation. Do you see what I'm saying? Switch. So do you offer the Open Router situation?
Yeah, we're planning right now. We still have, because it's a lot of work to add a new AI tool, because we need to train the model and then configure the context. So it depends, because Open Router will be like an intermediary system between us and the AI model.
Yeah, that's not going to work, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be very hard. But let me show you what we have been doing now. So for now, are you still there, Eli? I think your connection maybe is slowing down. Do you see my screen, Eli?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, so for now you will have to switch from here, but it will save your API keys. For example, if I entered already my ChatGPT. Yeah, so it's almost like you just come here and it's a one-click switch.
Yes.
And then here you switch the model.
Yeah.
So now let's say I want to use ChatGPT. I'm going to use 4.0 or 4.0 mini or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
And also what we're working hard on is the local LLM, so that we can use GPT-OS or Qwen3 coder. So this is for when you want, let's say you're scrapping your bank statement or you're scrapping something very sensitive and you don't want your data to be sent to ChatGPT.
Yeah. But not only that, but you also want to save on money. So if you're using the software,
this will be free. It will use your GPU. So this is actually, we had to build our own Olama-like system.
Okay.
And then we kind of have a specific selection of these GGUFs, and it's almost working. It's not yet working. It's not working very well, but hopefully in a couple of weeks or so, we will bring this to you guys. Yeah.
Okay. And one other question. Proxies. Sure. Do you intend to build proxies into version 8 at some stage?
Yes, it's already there. Let me show you where you put it. So it's a bit similar to the V7. When you are in the project here, you go to project settings, edit settings, and you come down here and you have enable proxies, and then you paste here all your proxy addresses. And there is a specific, it's the same syntax that we have on our documentation.
Okay.
On rtila.com/docs, and then you search for proxies. So you put here as many proxy lines as you need, and it can be the same line repeated 10,000 times. If let's say your proxy provider is already rotating the IPs,
I see. I understand.
You just repeat it 10,000 times. Yeah.
Okay. So the scenario. Go on.
Same for the reCAPTCHA. If you want to solve the CAPTCHA, you just put your toCAPTCHA API key, and then RTILA will automatically detect if there is a CAPTCHA and solve it for you.
Beautiful. All right. So it means, so I take it you multi-thread or not?
Yes, there is multi-threading right now. You can ask the AI model to do a parallel processing. It's not ideal yet, but we will improve it.
Okay, yeah. So it's just we're still in beta, but the point is that you're doing it, and then you'll because this is where you can scrub pretty fast.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I can check because we've done some progress, and I'm not sure where we are. I can ask it. Tell me if it's possible to do multi-threading and parallel actions with current RTILA engine version. Yes, the RTILA engine supports parallel action through its max concurrent workers settings within the settings object of the project configuration. This allows you to specify how many automation tasks can run concurrently.
Bo, can I ask you? Do you understand what we're talking about, Bo?
Not a bit when it comes to proxies.
Do you want to explain, Mohammed, in layman?
So I need a working example so that it can make sense. Let me think.
Well, I can explain it if you want me to.
Ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, Bo, it's like having. You remember, you can get banned very easily on the website. So, say for instance, you scrape every second. All right, scrape. Now that's bot-like action. Nobody goes from page to page like that. So in a way, what you do, it's like having 10, 20, 40 RTILAs, right? But each one has their own IP address. It's like their door number.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens is that when we try to scrape for data, we know what we want to scrape for, but we want to scrape faster. So instead of having one RTILA and slowing it down so we don't get banned, and we only scrape every 10 seconds, we can have the equivalent of RTILA going out 10 times, so every second, but because we have a different address, in this case an IP address, we're seen as a completely different individual.
Yeah.
So it'll go door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, door number 4. No, but we're the same person scraping, but they don't know that. Does that make sense?
Yes, but would I be needing a VPN or something?
It's almost like it's almost like you every RTILA worker. So it's called workers in the new version. Let's say you want to scrape. The books website has 50 pages.
Yes.
The demo that I showed you, it was one worker going through the 50 pages. But like Eli was saying, you could have instead 5 workers. Each worker is doing 10 pages. And each worker has a different IP address. One is like from Philippines, one is from India.
I can help him with this one. So you see when it talks about the 50 pages. Okay, so imagine having 50 IP addresses. So instead of having one worker going over, taking about 3 or 4 minutes to do 50 pages, you've given 50 different IP addresses in that same RTILA, and it's gone out one time, bam, and got the 50 pages.
In 1 second.
One time. In 1 second, because you've got 50 IP addresses. So RTILA is intelligent enough to use for that IP address, go to that page. For that IP, but it does it in one time, and it go boom, and it's got it in a second because it had 50 individual addresses. So it looks like it was 50 different users.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
I got it.
This is very powerful when you're scrapping big websites and you want to do more and more.
most probably my next question on the next meeting, by the way, would be how to work on how can I have that 10 workers?
Yeah, no, we will. So just like we did with the V7, we will start to add project templates on the marketplace. So you can download and look, and you can download the project and then modify it for what you need. That's the good thing with the V8, is that you can chat with. So let me show you actually, so that you guys can start. We're gonna add. You can download the projects, and then I'll show you now. I think you can see my screen now.
Yes.
So once you get the projects that we will share with you, you come to Project Manager here. And for example, here, create import project. You see, import project. So you can download the project from rtila.com/downloads and then choose the file.
Okay.
And let's say somebody sent me this LinkedIn autoconnect that I will send you. Then you open it and you can see here the JSON. Or you can copy and paste the JSON here and then import the project. And then now it's here, you see? It already opens my LinkedIn. So now if I close this, I have a new project here that I just imported at 11 p.m. my time. And now, once you have that project, you can chat with it. You see here? Discuss with AI. And I can say, so this current project is doing auto connect, clicking each connect button. Yeah,
Mohammed, is that a chicken in the background?
Yes, it is.
Sorry, that's those are my neighbor's chickens.
Oh, it's your name. Oh, Bo, it's your fault. I quite find it humorous. It's quite nice, actually.
They start around 2-3 a.m. They start to shout, no?
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. here, so yeah, I think they're starting to wake up people.
I think one of them made the coffee already.
Yeah. I'll just go mute for the meantime.
Yes. So clicking. So then you can piggyback on a template that we have, and you can add your source. I want to for example, add a message, and then it will help you do whatever you want on that project.
Got it.
So there's still so much to see together, and unfortunately for today, I think we've done quite a lot. But this recording, we can watch it again and again. And I think the takeaway that, if I remember correctly, for us to proceed with the V8 and for you guys to start experiencing it, is to kind of document some prompts guidelines, so that you guys get more ideas. And then we will start also to list some projects and put them on the marketplace. But otherwise, please ask the AI agent, because I'm still learning right now. I haven't discovered all the possibilities. So sometimes I'm asking, how do I do this? What are the different options I have? I want to get this data, I want to transform it. What are the different options? And then RTILA will say, in our new engine, we have option A and B, and then it gives you the pros and the cons, just like we did before. And then you choose which way you want. So I think, let's see if there's any questions. And Eli, do you still have some questions or ideas that you want to share?
No. That's totally fine. I can always go back on the video and watch that. I don't want to encroach, and it's late for you, and I really appreciate the amount of information you've given. So that's enough. Thank you.
Cool. And there is a message from Dr. Charity. She has some press about the launch, so maybe we can help her with some promotions. Let's see what she's doing here. Oh, she got featured, I think. Nice, that's her face. Okay, nice. So I will share the link also in the description. All right, next week is community oriented, but maybe Eli, I will take just 10-15 minutes to share some resources, maybe some templates or something, and then we can piggyback, because Wouter was supposed to present this week, but then this week is RTILA session. And also now that we have reached maturity with the V8, we are converting most of the projects where we are stuck with the V7, with many of you guys. We're converting them to the V8. and we are right now converting Wouter SEO content creation project to the V8, and he's getting some very good SEO results. He was showing me some statistics. So maybe you guys will be interested to use his approach and then combine with your approach, Eli. And I think we all have now some very powerful marketing solutions that we can.
Yeah, I'm interested. This is great. I mean, look, the community's sessions there is for anything. So if anybody wants to present whatever, it makes sense to me. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll try. If Wouter is ready and we had enough time to convert to the V8, we do it. We also have the project of Eric with Google Maps. We're also going to convert it into V8 to make it more easy for everyone. So we still have a lot of work, but hopefully you guys now will do much more on your own, thanks to the AI chat. So
yeah, definitely. The Google Maps is, I think, a massive plus. I mean, most people use it to scrape huge data. So if you can get that sorted, and for next week, that would be just wonderful. It gets everybody up and started quickly.
Exactly. And also one more information that is really that is very valuable is that the V8 is now going through 80% of the website that we used to be blocked. Now we go through them. So very little websites are recognizing RTILA as an automation tool because we've built stealth. We're using like the native browser.
Okay.
So this reduces the expenses in proxies and stuff and security tools or Incogniton or other premium browsers. That would reduce our costs and dependencies. So we've done a lot of progress on that side as well.
Oh, that's wonderful, man. Thank you. That's really good. Bo, you got any questions?
Yes. All good, Bo? I think you're
I'm
mute, Bo.
all good.
Okay.
I'm all good. Thank you again for spending like 2 hours. Like, well, I can't say anything.
No, this was overdue. This was overdue because we released the V8, I think, a month ago and a month and a half. And some of you who started to try it, it was frustrating. The AI was not connecting well with our engine, but I think now we got the big 80% under control. We still have a 20% of mastering that we are doing, and we are training the AI models as you guys give us feedback. So when you guys are getting stuck on a website or it cannot loop through, or then you give us the screenshot and the website and the project, then we train the AI on that specific website, and then the AI will get better. So now we are training the AI on Directus to send all the scrape data to Directus so that we don't even have to code the Directus side of the thing. So that's our next step.
Well, I'll tell you what's really exciting is the API side of things, because once the templates have been put into place, such as for Facebook, template for Google Maps, whatever, it then becomes a situation where anybody can now pick it up and use it and then connect it to any external sources.
Oh, the API is working very nicely. That would require a whole 2 hours. Maybe we can plan it, or maybe I can do it on the side and release the video. But the API is huge. We are working for the API. What the remaining thing that we're working on, because it's already working very nicely, is that for you to be able to call the RTILA project from outside, you need an external URL, because Zapier or N8N, it will not be able to use your local host, because RTILA is running on your local host. So we're adding a module to generate an RTILA.net URL that will trigger that specific project that you're targeting, so that you can call it from N8N, from Zapier, from make.com, whatever you have, you can call via webhook or via API a local project. Meaning, Eli, that your local RTILA on your computer becomes your self-hosted RTILA cloud. So we transform the RTILA into RTILA cloud now. So you will be able to have your own RTILA cloud self-hosted.
And also for N8N, will you build a module, or will it just be raw?
It's actually now we don't even need to build the module, because the API layer that we built can easily be integrated with Make, Zapier, and N8N in the same way. So we will prepare the documentation on how you do it with N8N, how you do it with Zapier, because it's all about giving the endpoint and the payload, and then it works the same for all these systems. They all use the REST API.
I'm going to be a pain in the ass, so I'm going to push you.
Yeah, no
problem. Let's do a session to do with N8N, because I'm big in that at the moment.
Yeah, we can actually create like a flow in N8N and a flow in RTILA, and then get them to talk to each other,
Yeah.
And then once you get the concept, then you can interact, you can integrate
With anything.
with
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's great.
We will also
Genius.
do one for Go high level. We
Yeah.
will piggyback on Zach projects and then do
Uh-huh.
one for Go high level as well.
That's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's our
For sure.
plan. N8N, Go high level, Odoo. But first we solve the Directus, because Directus is what we've been using. So we will finish Directus and then we will jump into other systems. But we will get it. I think in the next couple of months, it's going to be very powerful. What we can do with the V8.
Wow. You must be excited.
Yeah, yes. Not enough sleep, but a lot of energy. I think I don't even need coffee now. I'm just thinking, wow, this new feature.
I know, us men and our
I'm
cars.
very happy. Tarek did an amazing job. Almost solo. He kind of reconfigured the whole engine. There's so much power in the V8. I will share with you guys as we go. But we can basically run Python, Node.js. We're like language agnostic, browser agnostic. We gain a lot of independence, and we have low core.
Python, I'm really glad you're doing Python. I mean, Python's got a lot of power in it. Between JSON and Python, those two, once you've got those two.
And that will allow us to connect to AI agents and all these things, MCPs, SDRs, and all these AI ecosystems.
Bo, don't be scared about these different languages, because the thing is, it's been made easier now with AI, because now if you just got to have an idea. Can you hear me, Bo?
Yes.
So when you get to just a stage where you want to do something, you can now describe what you want to do, and then you can say code it. And so you can copy the paste and paste it. Gone are the days where you had, I mean, I was a coder back in the days, and I wish I had AI, because it was a head scratcher. So don't be scared about hearing all these coding and whatever. AI has now made it so much easier. You just have to have the concept in your head, what you want to do, and then the code will just materialize and you can copy and paste. So as we go along, and as Mohammed shows you bits and pieces, as long as you've got your AI next to you, but you understand the logic of what you're trying to do, it will be okay. You just need time.
Got it. I think I'll be tagging along my friend. He's working with a big book company, and I'm actually he's interested in sitting in, and he would like to learn also what RTILA is all about, and I think I can present it to him right now, since we have a working model already that we can expand on later on.
And also, Bo, as master agent, you can invite 1 or 2 persons to come in the meetings and learn, because they're part of your team. So you can, if you want, you can invite him to come to our sessions.
Wow, that would be appreciated.
Then he can ask technical questions, and then with Eli and the team, we can try to answer.
That would be really appreciated.
If he accepts to stays up, or maybe after discotheque he connects. We'll find a way.
Yes. Definitely.
Cool.
Thank you. Appreciate everything.
No, I apologize to the whole community, because we dragged this out. We had a lot of problems with Google Chrome 2 months ago, then with the licensing. So and also I forgot, just to finalize, it's finally working with Mac OS. So we had a lot of troubles with Mac OS users with the V7. It was working with certain Macs with the M1, but not with the M2, with this processor, but not with that processor. But now the V8 works with all the Macs, almost all the Macs, all the Windows, all the Linuxes. So we've solved the big problem there as well.
It takes time.
Speaking of Linux, I have a lot of computers since October 14, I think, died because of the Windows 10 deactivation, I guess. A lot of them are, my neighbors, they have changed. I suggested for them, because they could not upgrade to Windows 11. I suggested for them to move to Linux.
Yeah.
Do we have any issues or concerns with regards to the compatibility of things with Linux and RTILA?
It works well. so there's just one requirement for RTILA to work on Linux, is that you need Linux with the desktop interface, with the, it's called the GUI, graphic user interface, a GUI. So the best is to use Ubuntu, that comes with the graphic interface that is called GNOME, G-N-O-M-E, which is the classic Ubuntu,
Yeah.
Ubuntu desktop
I
version.
see.
Yeah, because for your people, it will look similar to Mac OS and Windows, but it's all Linux. So now they all look the same a little bit, you know, because all the work is on the browser. So at the end, we're on the browsers.
I tried using Mint. Yeah.
Oh, Mint, yes. So Mint will not work very well for our purposes. It's
I
lacking
see. So
some
we
graphic.
would go for.
Yeah, Ubuntu GNOME is the one that gives the less hassle.
Got it. Most probably I'll format my other desktop again.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, don't try
That's all
some.
good.
So if you try, you know, those lightweight Linux variations, they remove a lot of libraries that RTILA needs. So that's why it's better to go with Ubuntu GNOME, the full package.
Got it.
Yeah. Good. Eli, are we going
Yes.
towards the Nippon Avenue?
Yeah.
Favorite.
Without look, I just thank you for just spending extra time, Mohammed. You know, I came in late and you're still here. What was it for you? It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
My
It's
God, a marathon.
11:20 for me, but for Bo it's 2 a.m. 20.
No, it's
Yeah.
3:20.
Oh, 3:20. So Bo is the courageous guy.
Yeah, he is. Every single time, Bo, you can always just track your time with him. He's always there, for sure. So, but listen, Mohammed, thank you again. You've been wonderful, and Bo, thank you for coming here, and thank you for putting up with my lateness, scattiness. I forgot that the time had changed and everything else, but I'm going to watch this video, this recording again. I've learned a huge amount, and I just want to thank you all for, you know, just being here and Bo, just asking your questions, because asking your questions helps me at the same time. You see things from a different point of view, so thank you for that.
Yeah, it helps us a lot indeed.
It does, yeah, it really does. You know, we're all experts in our own way. And with that said, sayonara.
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 Assalamu alaikum. Shalom.
Salamat.